Virgo? Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends, how are you? If you would like to win January's free private reading of 20 minutes with Spirit and myself, simply subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a nice comment. Just like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's it. Also, if you do not wish to win it, it'll be still very nice of you if you could do that, because it really helps the channel grow and I appreciate it, so thank you so much. I also brought in the owl today, and I'm wondering what that means. Owls usually, that's wisdom coming in. Owls also have that, they're really, I almost want to say stoic, but it's not really stoic. It's just like this regal air, like this, they have some sort of a royalty around them. So I'm really curious how that's going to play into your reading. I already pre-shuffled all of your cards, Virgo. Ooh. That one as well. Wow. It was a line as they came out. Two guardian angel cards are out already. And please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because it means that you're right there. You're right there in your reading. It means that that's for somebody else, right? If it doesn't resonate. Also check your sun, moon, and rising, right? If that's something that you're into. Otherwise, in my channel, it's just like go by a title, because all of the readings are timeless. So if you also go back, if something speaks to you, just go ahead and watch it. You'll feel it if it's meant for you, okay? Also, there's a bunch of pick a card readings. You can go via playlist and check those out as well if you wish to. Collective readings, everything there for you, my friends, okay? It's also not gender specific, and you can reverse the placements. That's it. Let's hop in. 3 cards I don't see. And by the way, I always take a picture of the cards so you can have a look over on Instagram, also a day prior, so you can have a look yourself and play with your intuition and see how the actual reading then comes out, if you wish. All right, at Universal Power Tarot. I can see, of course, the wise one, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So you're very strongly in your reading, and you're overseeing something, because all the other cards I cannot see yet because they're faced upside down. So there's a lot of reflection that is going on about the past. But the weird thing is that usually when this happens, like it would be the first card that's looking outward the reading. But again, have a look at Instagram, because it's hard to explain. I hope I can still explain it because you can't see the cards. So he's overseeing a process that should have happened in the past, but it's almost like the future. So we had this in another reading where it was, I think it was Pisces, where it was some sort of a dimensional jump where your future self tried to get in contact with you. And I'm kind of like feeling this here, you in the future, reflecting on your time right now. So this is super interesting already, and I dig those types of readings, and I hope you do too. Let's start with the first card and see what's going on. But this is highly beneficial, and you'll know that at that stage. Wow, and another major arcana, Justice. So the scales are being balanced for you right now, and wisdom, like I said, with the crane here, is coming in for you, that allows you to balance the scales. And it's also talking about divine justice coming in. So if you're dealing with any legal matters, know that divine laws always override man's laws, okay? And even if it looks like for a time it may not look good, all of a sudden something happens, and that is by divine law that this happens and comes into your life. And I'm only getting like pure goodness with this. And even though, like, there's a lot of connotation I'm getting, put your faith in the divine, really pray like for the best outcome here. And you can really, for example, when something's not going the way you wish it is going, or maybe you've overstepped, maybe you weren't so kind to someone else, and I'm just giving examples here, right? I'm not meaning to say that you weren't kind to another, but if you do that and then something comes back, because it's always action and reaction, and you're like, oh, that's a situation that I created possibly, then do the Ho'oponopono, because energetically a lot is happening, and that's exactly what this card is denoting to, right? It's like the forgiveness. You're like, thank you. No, sorry. It's like, please forgive. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. That's the thing. And if you do it and mean it and feel it in your heart, first of all, you'll feel a heart release. And second of all, it may very well clear up that whole situation, whatever it is that you're dealing with. And it really assists you in balancing the scales because the divine is already doing it. And when you walk with it and work with what you are being presented right now, that's going to be very beneficial for your whole situation because you do have a lot of influence. And of course, like the wise one, the hermit that you have here at the end already knows all of this, right? So they already know the outcome, which is really funny because as you may know, we have different timelines that are all happening at the same time. So it's funny that this one would show up in this particular timeline and kind of get you to kind of help you or influence in a way. Or maybe he is just here to tell you that it's all right, Virgo, right? It's going to be all right. Like, put your faith and trust in the divine, and the divine overrides anything. And I just saw 555, which is denoting to change. This is also a Libra card, so you could be dealing with a Libra also. And it could be like a little bit rocky. But you hold the key, much like the hermit. You hold the key, you hold the wisdom. And isn't that so cool? Look how promising that is. There's a new beginning for you on the horizon. And it's very passionate. It's very warm-hearted. It is a big transformation here with the butterfly. And it's really, really fruitful. Something that wants to come into your life here, Virgo. And that is going to come into your life. Yeah, exactly. Look, they just wanted me to read the guardian angel card, and look what it says. It says, trust. All unfolds in perfect timing. You are one with divine will. Focus only on love, Virgo, and all you truly desire will manifest in the most perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, am watching over you. Now, this is amazing, right? Because it's really directly correlated. And if you know my readings, I don't usually, I never actually look at the cards because it's just, I don't want to spoil myself. And Spirit always lets me know when to do what anyways. So, yeah. And that's that. Let's explore your third card. Yeah, you must have gone through it, some sort of a loss, maybe also not having enough money. There's a sense of lack here in relationships, possibly also. If you're currently in a relationship, maybe that relationship is not going so well, or with friends also. Maybe you're in some sort of a quarrel situation could also be, but not really round. And that's what I was picking up on already here, right? And again, we have that same timeline kind of a thing, because that card here should have been in the beginning, but it's not. It's kind of like in the middle here. And I'm really wondering, because I know that's significant for the reading. So why is it not outside? It could have to do with manifestation. You know how we, when something, and again, it's much like with your very first card here, when that topic of Ho'oponopono came up, right? How you can still influence that and still have your hand in a situation energetically, right? So you may have by accident manifested that and taken that with you into the future. I hope you can still follow. Into the future here, into your current situation or what is going to be, but you can correct it, and the divine is working with you to correct this situation right now, so you don't have to experience that loss, that feeling of lack over and over again, because that's what we do when we're creating and manifesting out of a place of lack. It's not gonna, more lack is gonna come out of that, and the divine is here to really correct that situation for you, and that's amazing, right? It may not feel so fantastic in the moment, but they're here to correct this for you, and this is the message here. I feel they're really here. The divine is here to correct a situation for you that is in need of realignment. That's why they're here right now, and you really need to know this in order for you to understand like what's going on a little bit better, and it may help you in your situation, because sometimes we feel like Spirit is just hammering, or life is just hammering stuff down on us, and we're just like, holy macaroni, like how am I going to deal with that, right? It's a bit rocky right now, to say the least. So this is why, and just go with it. Really try it out, the Ho'oponopono. It's as easy as that. You sit there, you focus on your heart and on your breathing, And then you imagine the person that you have quarrels with or the situation, and you just go like, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Repeat that a couple of times. And with the first one, you may even hear yourself sigh a little bit. And that just happens because that release. And I swear to God, that one is a charm. It really is, because I've used that numerous times with people in situation, and meaning it too, where I know, oh man, I might have screwed up, or I might have not been in a good vibration in that moment. And I know that I created that situation, so I'm going to rectify it. And that's that, because you can play a part in this too, and then watch how it's unfolding. And then you ask for Spirit's help to, rectify the situation or the relationship in a way that it's in accordance with divine will, with divine law, with divine perfection, and for the highest good of everyone involved. And this is a key here, for the highest good of everyone involved, because I promise you, it'll come out just perfectly. Just perfectly. Just perfectly. Two of Cups. Wow. So this could denote to a soulmate relationship, some kind of a romantic relationship here. Wow. It's also my card that talks about reciprocity, right? Because we have the 2 cups, they're equally full. So 2 people coming together. And that is so interesting, because we're coming out of the five of Pentacles, sorry here, but we're moving into the 2 of Cups, which is we're completely fulfilled, and we are so full within each other, right? Within ourselves, that it's such a different communication and exchange than when we're talking about this here, right? So that's a really good thing. And again, Spirit is here to rectify this for you. To those of you that have been single for a while, this could also mean that you have prevented this, most likely unconsciously, from coming in, because there was some sort of a block, and Spirit is just here to resolve this for you now. Okay, Virgo. Yeah, totally. To some of you, yeah, exactly. That could mean, because they're pointing my eyes to the veil here of the woman, so that could mean that a marriage proposal may be coming in with that new relationship also. And here we have the Tower, and that's exactly that, where I said it could be a bit rocky. First of all, it could mean one of 2 things. First of all, in this combination here with those cards, it could mean that this proposal really, or this person, comes in as a true surprise, and you're just like, wow, I didn't expect this. Second thing here is that old things are breaking away that are no longer serving, and that's exactly what we said. When Spirit rocks the boat a bit, when the scales are being balanced, they'll be like, when they're rocked, it's just like tish, 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 and you'll be like, wow, it's really shaky right now, but they'll balance again, okay? Because when they have been like this before, that's no good. Spirit's like, yeah, we need to bring the balance back, and that's what they're doing right now. Queen of Swords, that's you. Sorry about the glare. I don't know what's going on. So the Queen of Swords, that is you again. That is someone who has been hurt before. Yeah, of course. And that's where this comes from. And oh my God, I so feel you on this one, Virgo, because that sense of lack, when you've experienced that, or for example, when you experience a lot of things that have happened like on a continuous basis, tower after tower after tower, let's say, right? Then we're just like, woof. Like I couldn't care anymore about anything. And that's kind of like the sense, or maybe I'll stay in this state forever. Maybe I'll never have enough money. Maybe I'll never have the love of my life. And Spirit says clearly here though, stop it. No, that's not the case. And that's not why this tower is here right now for you, or why it's coming in for you. It is not, okay? This is one that is so beneficial to you, Virgo. And it's also something, because Swords is the head, it's the mind, right? And that is getting clarity. Remember when we were talking about the wisdom that's coming in? You're getting clarity on what is exactly happening here right now in your life. Also, the Queen of Swords always uses whatever happens to her, not gender specific, and turns it around into something utterly positive, like spiritual growth, personal growth, like for herself. This is also, to me, very strongly a card of investing in yourself because of the stuff that has happened to you. And Spirit really, as I was saying, what I was saying to you, Spirit really came in strongly, was like, stop it, stop it, stop it. And now they actually want me to read this card to you, and it says self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. This is so fitting for the whole reading. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Oh, Virgo. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things, and you are perfect just the way you are, okay? You don't even have to change anything. You're just, if you only knew how much you're loved, like from the above world, it's incredible, like the amount of love that is there. Wow, exactly. Yeah, so, but I'm not blaming you at all for being in that position right here, right? With the Queen of Swords being just like, there's too much that has happened, too much that has happened to me. And Spirit exactly says, stop. You need to stop that mental pattern here, because it's creating more of what you don't want. And I know that can be a hassle to, oh my God, I know it so well, Virgo. That the mental stuff, right, that just keeps coming in, and you may have been like on an awesome path where you're just like, yeah, I'm doing so well, and all of a sudden something comes in and it's just like, it's being plowed almost, right? And you're just like, oh no, I have to start all over again. For some of you, this is not all of you, clearly, but this could happen here, right? Or could have happened. But again, stick to what Spirit is telling you here, and the outcome is going to be very, very, very positive. Okay, what is this? Seven of Cups, because you do have a choice, and that's exactly what Spirit says here. You do have a choice here, Virgo, because it's really up to you which one you choose. But these are emotions, and that's interesting. You know, the Cups is our emotional world, and that's what I strongly see, that, and the emotions and the mind, you know, there are two very different things, but nonetheless indicators, because our brain is actually producing the emotions in our body. Also, Spirit is sending signs through emotions to us. So when we learn, understand, and work with our emotions and why they're here, it all gets a completely different spin. And when we learn how to be 100% responsible for our lives, we also learn that we're also 100% responsible for our emotions, right? And how to even create them. Because when you're doing breathing techniques, when you're working out at a certain time, which is the morning, by the way, even for a short amount of time, and do so every day, that already sets you up in a much different way than if you would just let it go like that. Truly, this has a major impact, a major impact. All right, we have one more card out for you, but we don't have time to interpret. We'll take this one here over, and that could be another person. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Could also be a younger version of yourself. But we'll see. We'll take him or her over to the extended, over to Vimeo and our Patreon. So if you're interested to see how your story is unfolding here, just check out the description box and the comment section. Thank you again for being here, for listening, and for sharing your beautiful time with me. I appreciate that. And I'll either see you over on Patreon or Vimeo or next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.